A very good day, children. Today we are going to start again another unit in grammar. Again, children, I am combining two chapters together. The first is your verbs, that is your finite and non-finites, and the second is your verbs, your main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Okay, so in the Google Meet, I explained you about finite and non-finite verbs. So I will brush it. Children, finite verbs, all of you know verbs are action words. Verbs are of two kinds. One is your finite, the other is your non-finite. Now what is the difference between the two? Okay, non-finite verbs are the verbs that doesn't change with tense or subject. Okay, if the subject is singular or plural, or if the tense is present, past, future, whatever the tense is, whatever the subject is, the verb will not change. They are called your non-finite verbs. And the verbs which changes with tense and subject, they are your finite verbs. For example, she plays in the garden, she played in the garden, she will play in the garden. As the tense changes, you can see in the first sentence it is plays, second sentence it is played, and third sentence it is will play. So the form of play changes with tense. Okay, similarly, if I change the subject, she plays in the garden, they play in the garden. Again, the form of the verb play changes. Okay, with singular, that is when it was she, it was plays, and when it was they, it was play. Okay, so play is your finite verb. Okay, so now non-finite verbs. So this is finite verbs is clear to you. So let's concentrate on non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs, as I told you before, they does not change with subject or tense. They are divided into three. Okay, the first one is called your gerund. G-E-R-U-N-D. Now what is gerund? Gerund are the verbs with ing form. For example, play can become playing, walking, talking, dancing, roaming. Okay, so this is verb plus ing. So gerunds are the verbs which takes ing, and in a sentence they act as a noun. They are no more a verb, they act as a noun. For example, walking is a good exercise. Okay, your walking is not a verb, your walking is a noun. Okay, smiling increases your face value. Okay, so here smiling is not a verb, it is a noun. Again, in these two sentences I have added ing with the verb. So this is your gerund. Second is your infinites. What are infinites? Infinites are children verbs that have to, to. Okay, to precedes the verb. For example, to walk, to go, to climb, to sleep, to eat. Okay, I want to eat a banana. So to eat is your infinitive verb. Okay, so these are called your infinitive verbs. Now the third one is your participle. Participle are of two kinds. One is your present participle, the other one is your past participle. Present participle, they take ing with the verb. Past participle, they take either ed or en. For example, walked, taken. Okay, so these are your past participle. And these participle, children, they in a sentence act as an adjective. Okay, they are no more verb like gerund. Gerund acts as a noun, this acts as an adjective. For example, that man is walking with a walking stick. In this sentence, I have used walking two times. The first time I have used it as a verb. The second time I have used it as an adjective. Okay, so that man is walking with a walking stick. Here walking is an adjective. So these are the three forms. Okay, I'm sure this is clear to you, children. Go through all the exercises that are given in the book, and if you find anything difficult, we can of course discuss it in the we can discuss it in the doubt class. Okay, and in the notes also I have given all these three things in detail. I have written all these three things in detail, and assignment is also based on this. Once you do all these three things, no, once you watch this video carefully, you do the assignment, you go through the notes, things will be clear to you. Now let me take the next chapter, that is chapter 8 is your verbs, main and auxiliary verb. Okay, now verbs can be defined, the words can be of two kinds, main and auxiliary verb. Now what is main verb, what is auxiliary verb? The other word for auxiliary is your helping verbs. So as the name suggests, these words help the main verbs. Okay, without these verbs the sentence becomes incomplete. Okay, so now if I say I jog in the morning, okay, so here I have used only one verb, that is jog. Okay, so this is my main verb. Now in the second sentence, if I say I am jogging in the morning, okay, so here with jogging, before that I have again used a verb. Which verb is it? Am. Okay, so here your am is your helping verb and jogging is your main verb. Okay, so if I say I jogging in the morning, that sentence is incorrect. Okay, so when you add helping verbs, then only the sentence makes sense. So I am jogging in the morning. She was eating her breakfast. So here the helping verb is was and the main verb is eating. Okay, so these helping verbs and main verb, they come together in a sentence. Helping verbs always come before the main verb. Okay, so all the continuous forms of tenses, all the continuous forms of verbs where you have ing, you ought to have helping verb before them. Okay, so there are many helping verbs, all the kinds of be. Okay, what are the different kinds of be? Is, are, am, was, were. These are all your helping verbs. The kinds of do, did, does. These are also helping verbs. The kinds of has, have, had. These are also your helping verbs. Apart from these, all the modals, children, that is can, should, shall, will, would, ought to. These are all your helping verbs. Okay, so there are many helping verbs. So if I say a sentence, she is beautiful. Here which is the verb I have used? I have used is. Is the form of be. Okay, so she is beautiful. There is only one verb in the sentence. So here your helping is not a helping verb here. Instead, is the main verb here. So if in a sentence there is only one verb, that becomes the main verb. And if you are having two verbs in the sentence, then you have to see which one is helping, which one is main. For example, she has taken her classes. Okay, so here has is your helping verb, taken is your main verb. Okay, so this is very easy, children. This topic is very easy. Again, just go through the exercises and everything, and if you have any doubt, you can clear the doubt in the WhatsApp doubt class or your Google Doc class. Okay.